Oi, oi, you beautiful people. It's the Cockney Buddha here, and it's all about getting real. Oi, oi. It's been quite nice today, even though you can tell it's warming up a little bit here now. Yeah, I'm here in sunny Florida, and it has been getting more sunny. So what's this one all about? Saying sorry. Yeah, you'll be surprised how many people have a difficult with that one. Or is it difficulties? I think it's difficulties, right? So if you like what you're hearing, please, 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 give me a shout, give me a comment. I love to hear from people. And I've been getting some comments lately, it's been really cool. And thank you for all the new people that have come along and joined the old Cockney Buddha going forward, oi oi. Loads of support. Thank you. So this is what I do for a living, but I also like getting the messages out there. So, let's talk about this word sorry, shall we? Because I tell you what, it's been popping up this week, working with my guys. And, you know, I don't know what it is about people not being able to do an apology. I don't get it. It's like, yeah, all right, there might be some mental shit going on where a lot of people don't even know how to. I always say if you've got an apology coming from the head, it don't mean shit. If you've got an apology coming from the heart, it shows. Because when it comes from the head, it's one of those where you're going, oh, yeah, all right, I'm sorry. It don't mean fuck all. It don't mean anything when you say it like that. But when you do a heartfelt, proper apology, a sorry, I've been in tears doing it. I've been in bloody tears doing it. And I tell you, it's down to you to change it. If it's something that you want to be able to do, it means getting in touch with that compassion. The compassion for the other person that we may have hurt or you've hurt. And it's taking on responsibility. Putting your ego aside, for fuck's sake. Your ego is a nightmare. Because it's like, no, I'm weak, and then, no, I can't, I've got to look strong. Please. You know, by taking responsibility, putting your hands up and taking responsibility and saying sorry, you're releasing guilt. Because if you don't, and your subconscious mind knows that you're like, I went wrong now, then you hold on to it and you're holding on to guilt. It takes a warrior to stand up and say, I've done wrong. And then it takes the changing. And yes, we're in constant shifting and changing but you know, when you do that apology, if you want any kind of somebody to look at you with a forgiveness, you start changing what the sorry was about in the first place. And like I say, guys, I don't know what it is about people not wanting to hold their hand up and take responsibility. I get it. I remember once when I was in the professional kitchens and I was in this hotel once. And I forget what I was doing. I was doing some kind of display or something. And it was a 4-star hotel right off of Oxford Street. I think it was called Berners Street, I think. I wonder if the hotel's still there. I can't remember the name of the hotel. It might have been a Berners Hotel. I can't remember. But I remember going into the walk-in fridge, and the executive chef had done this really lovely meat display on a mirror. And if you're a chef, you know about mirrors back in the day when we used to display shit on mirrors. you put it on there and then you leave it alone, because you could try and wipe it off, like you make a mistake putting it down and you try and wipe it off. You might as well just strip it all off and polish it down with vinegar again and then start again. So there's this meat display, and I went over the back. I was trying to get something over the back of me, and what did I do? I knock it straight on the bloody floor. Boom. Oh, mate. So in my own panic and my own like, oh no, I'm going to die, I grabbed it, and I don't know what the heck I was thinking. You do crazy shit in a panic. And I had my anxieties really bad then. I didn't know anything about what I know now. But anyway, I went in a complete panic, and I shoved it back onto I think it was on like a polished silver, or I think it wasn't on a mirror because it would have broke. I think it was on a highly polished silver, I think. I might have that wrong though. And I put it back up on the shelf, and I walk out like nothing's happened. And I carry on doing what I'm doing, and I'm working amongst other chefs, and executive chef comes down the stairs, and I'm like, oh no. Because it was coming up to putting the stuff upstairs on display. And he walks into the fridge, and I'm like, oh no. And he comes out, stands by the door, and he says, who did that? And I'm standing there, and I look up, and I say nothing. And there's there was like, I don't know how many chefs was in there, to tell you the truth, but it was like 3 or 4 other young chefs in there, and he's like, "Come on, who did that?" Excuse me. And I owned up to it. Couldn't handle it. I was like, "There's no way I can let someone else take the fall for it." And I said, "I did, chef," and I took a bit of a bollocking. I got the old "don't do that again," which, I didn't plan on doing it then. I didn't exactly plan on knocking that thing off the shelf, chef. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Hell no. But owning up to your shit, owning up to your side of something, whatever it may be. And listen, if there's a bit of a discussion going on and it gets a bit heated, you don't have to apologise for your point of view or your beliefs or whatever. You don't have to apologise for that. But if you go off a bit freaking nutso with the old loose lips and you start throwing out, nasty shit, or you start getting angry and raising your voice, you can apologise for that. And I've done that. Apologise for getting angry. You're not apologising for your belief systems or certain decisions you may have made or something. You're apologising for the fact that I did wrong there. I shouldn't have gone out of control. And I've done it. Gone into rage and then gone, shit. I went into rage. I've even stood there in the middle of my room with my wife and my 2 girls and been apologising, crying, tears rolling down my face, because it was an absolute, where I've probably kicked off in anger and not wanting. I hate that part of me. I don't like going there at all. But, hey, I'm human. And it's a matter of knowing there where you may have gone wrong, putting your hand up and saying, yeah, I did it. Because all the while you're blaming others, all the while you're pointing fingers at others, all the while you're not taking on responsibility, what does that say about you as a person? And do you really want to hold on to that shit? Or do you just come clean, put your hand up, take responsibility, and not carry on to all the guilt? So get your apologies done, yeah? Sometimes we don't know whether we've hurt someone. It's up to them to tell us. We may not know, and it's absolutely down to them to tell us. We may not have a clue. But once you know that you may have gone a little wrong somewhere, then heck, just apologise and do it from the heart. Get connected with the person that's telling you that you've hurt them in some way. I love each and every one of you guys. Pass me around, please, if you would. I'd really appreciate it. Especially if you know you're like, yeah, you know what? I'm starting to follow this guy and I like it. Well, I hope you like it anyway. Pass it around, pass it on to your friends, get it out there, please. Because it gets the name out there and it gets me helping other people. And hopefully, you know, hey, I do this one-on-one too, guys. And I work through different ways. My main way of working is through Zoom. But I can do whatever you want. Get in contact with me. Start working on yourself. Start a journey. Go and get the sorries done. Love you guys. Stay the course. Namaste.